What's up YouTube, this is your average Joe back with another average video. Today the Galaxy S6 Edge. My wife has this phone since it came out, however she accidentally took it swimming, and thanks to Square Trade and third-party warranties, we finally got the replacement. So just a quick look at this phone, nothing too major. It is hers, so I have to give it back to her after I'm done with this. So first off, Touchwiz, not my favorite thing. The settings are still kind of a mess, a little confusing there. However, this phone does have some amazing features. One of them being the fingerprint scanner. I've set it up, it works really well. You can have the screen off, hold your finger to it, and without even pushing the power button or anything, it'll open the phone and unlock it for you. So that's cool. It works probably, I don't know, 90-95% of the time. It's really accurate. I'm impressed with that. As far as everything else goes, a couple weird things. It doesn't alphabetize things automatically in the app drawer. Weird. If you push A to Z, then you can have it alphabetize everything in the app drawer. Why doesn't it just do it automatically? I don't know. But it works. The phone works, and let's just install an app really quick to show you how much of a beast this phone really is. Antutu Benchmark, this is my go-to benchmarking app for phones. I'm familiar with their numbers, and so I know if a score I get is good or bad. If you use a different benchmarking tool, I don't know what to say. This is the one that I use, so that's that. We're going to open this up and just wait for it to load. Okay, so apparently we're on 64-bit. Let's do that. Why not? Just install it. Always settings. Unknown sources. Okay, install. Sorry, this is taking a little longer than I expected. Okay, done. Now we're going to hit test. This is just going to run a test. So I'm going to fast forward through this so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But it's going to run just a benchmark on this phone to see how it performs in a whole ton of different areas. Wow, so that's amazing. My Nexus 6 that I tested the other day was just above the 50,000 mark. This is almost to the 70,000 mark. That is absolutely insane. That outperforms pretty much any phone I have ever owned. That's a beast. I'd never even run a 64-bit test with Antutu, so that's a first for me. But wow, yeah, that's a beast of a phone. So just a couple other quick things. It has a 1440p display. A lot of people kind of question whether or not that's actually necessary. To tell you the truth, it's not. The one situation that I can see that being useful is if you're using something like Google Cardboard, some kind of VR, where the lenses magnify what you've got on the screen. In that case, the pixel density really does matter. I use that on a 1080p screen. My Moto X, that you could totally see all the pixels when you put it in the Google Cardboard. It was very pixelated. This would be much less pixelated, especially because it's still just a 5-inch screen, 5.2-inch screen or whatever it is. Anyway, so the screen is really good. It looks nice. A couple of cons: the battery does not last through the day. The battery is very small. My wife has had to install an app that like turns off certain pixels. It like puts a pixel mesh overlay, because this is an OLED display. A black pixel is actually off. It's not just on and black, it's actually off, and so turning off certain pixels will save battery power. So she has done that, and that has gotten her to last through the day. But it's kind of a bummer that she has to do anything like that at all. So that's a bummer. A couple other things that I don't like, Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, that all comes pre-installed, so that's a bummer. You can't uninstall any of that. You can't, it's all pre-installed and you can't get rid of any of that. So again, Touchwiz is kind of heavy. It's not the most I don't know, power user friendly, I guess you could say. I love stock Android, and I will say that until I die. There's nothing like pure vanilla stock Android. I like to make a few changes because this does have a close all button. I want a close all button on Android 5.0, Android Lollipop, and this is running Lollipop. I think it's 5, I actually don't know what version of Android Lollipop, 5.1.1. Okay, so that is running 5.1 Lollipop. So one thing that's really great about this phone is the camera. Not only is it really easily accessible by double tapping the home button, happens super quick and super effective. The camera itself is very good. It records in 4K. It's got a very high resolution. Very powerful camera. Has a lot of cool modes. I haven't played with all those. Like I said, this is my wife's phone, but really great camera, really great video. It records things very well. So that's another plus. One S6 Edge specific feature is the edge itself. If you swipe in, you have this people edge, and you can choose up to 5 contacts that are like your favorites, I guess. You can assign them a color, and you can message them and call them just by swiping in from the edge right there. Another cool thing is the edge lighting, I believe it's called. If you have your phone face down on the table and one of your contacts, one of your favorites calls you, the edge will start to pulse whatever color you've assigned them. That's kind of cool. Not super necessary, right? But it looks legit. And then, of course, you have, let's just go into the settings here. You have your information stream, which is kind of just like notifications. You can see, you know, who's called you and who's messaged you, and I don't know, stocks and whatever else. And then your night clock. So if it's on your nightstand at night, you don't want to turn the screen on, you just kind of rub the edge, and it'll, let me see if I can get this to work. You just rub the edge back and forth, I think. And oh, it's upside down. And then you can see the little clock there. So that's kind of cool. It's got some neat functionality. Not 100%, like, not, I don't know, I wouldn't say super useful at this point. The Galaxy Note Edge, I believe, had a little more functionality, just because you could swipe in and actually use apps and different things, assign different functions to the edge. And then the other thing about this is that you can only assign it to one edge. You have to turn off the other. You can't do it from both at the same time. You've either got to have it on the right edge or the left edge. You can't do both at the same time. So I hope maybe in an update they'll fix that. They'll add functionality to it. They probably won't. They'll probably only put that on the S6 Edge Plus or whatever it is that they're coming out with. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now, but this has been the quick look / review of the Galaxy S6 Edge. Leave a like and a comment, subscribe for more. This is your average Joe. Remember to stay average. It's the new awesome. I'll see you guys in the next one.